The entire leadership team of Speedco and several people within, okay, I'm going to date it with Shell Oil back, 20 years or close to it, 15 years, with Bandag definitely, and with Bridgestone. It was a commitment factor there, and I really feel that they sold out because of the premium they could get on the business. But the thrust of the business was not to steer away from lubes. It was going to be, that was our core hook to bring the customer in, but add additional complementing services along with it. So saturation, we were on the road to 100 to 200 locations is what we felt we would be at in, another 10 or 15 years. There were a lot of models that we were starting, and we started in Spokane, Washington, even though it wasn't the metro area that we wanted. We were looking at areas, Miami, 2 or 3 more locations in Dallas and in Houston, a couple of the major metros where they're, in the freight hubs, where we were going to put a much smaller footprint that could only take a tractor per se, and not even be able to get a trailer on the lot. Now, if you've looked at a Speedco location, you can see that every single one of them was built to pull on the lot at one area on the ingress, and then pull through the building with the trailer on the truck, and then enough area to pull out. What we were finding was I'll just use Miami as an example, because the model didn't work simply because of land costs for 3.5 acres. So we were looking at just building a building where you pull into the building off the street, and now have stagings do something on a 1/2 acre of property. And then the total investment on it, or lease if you wanted to go that route. Speedco owned all facilities that you could do multiple services there. You could do, you could have a 5-bay facility, and every one of them could do lubes, everyone could do tires, and everyone could do maintenance. So it didn't matter what bay they pulled into. And not only that, you were only going to work on the truck. Speedco touted, and we still felt strong that on highway, having the trailer on the truck, that way the customer did not have to disassemble it, take extra time. Plus, he's going to park it someplace. Well, chances are it's going to be on your lot, so it's then in the way. So for 25 years ago, we made that decision to buy enough land, and land was a lot cheaper. We were buying in rural areas, and our focus was on highway. So we were in the middle of nowhere. And then when we saw the amount of local business we could get in and around the cities, we changed our tune there and started locating a little bit closer to hubs, the trucking hubs there, rather than just on highway, close to the truck stops. So again, looking at the full scale of light maintenance, we really weren't looking to do a complete engine overhaul, but it was lights, brakes, other components, air conditioning, things that can be fixed in 2 hours or less. That was the target that we were looking at, and we really stayed with that, and it did quite well in the 2 locations that we were. It was additional income. It wasn't just helping the customer out; it was growing to additional income.
And so, would you peg that speed advantage, sort of being able to service the operators in that 2-hour period? Would that be the number one sort of competitive advantage for Speedco, or what other sort of differentiating factors would get you the customer over a Bridgestone or another location?
Okay, I'm going to roll back to my sales days when I was selling industrial products. There was 3 things you could offer a customer: the quality, service, and price. Pick 2 out of 3, because you can't do all of them. Speedco did all of them. The service factor was big. We did a good job, and we did it fast. We did it with quality because we were so focused. And then on price, we initially were we were the low price provider, and that was initially where things were at. What we found was we were leaving a lot of money on the table. The quality of products is a must. Service is a big factor. So speed and integrity of the service are the 2 big things today, because you have to have the quality products. So you can't sell everybody wants a lower priced product out there, and there might be a minimum spec product, but the products that we had in every line, whether it was oil, filters, or tires, they were the premium product of the market. And that's what the customer was looking for. They could get those products anywhere, and there were major companies standing behind them. You got to remember your customer. He's driving a $100,000